What's up, pre-med friends? So I've been trying to make this video for literally forever, and I've had the script here for like at least 3 months now, and I keep on making excuses like, oh, I have the MCAT, oh, I have my finals. No, I'm freaking gonna make this video. Even if it's bad, it's fine. I have my points and I'm ready to put them out there. So disclaimer, I love Med School Insiders. Obviously, that's why I bought their product. This is no like reflection on them as people. It's not. It's just the actual product, because I feel like there's some things that you guys need to know if you're in like, you're genuinely thinking about doing this and like it would financially hit your bank account. Like, there are things that I think people should know. This will be a list of pro cons, and I will edit whatever I put in because I don't know currently how many of each that I'm doing. Okay, so I want to start off with the pros because these are generally honest pros, but also there are kind of more cons than there are pros. So pro number one, so their customer service is awesome. I sent them one question and I will have the response here, but I think it was something like with the ATP and the electron transport chain, and like, is it active transport because the H plus ions are going up and there's a bunch of H pluses up here, so I thought it was active transport, but he said it wasn't, and he linked me to an awesome video. Another pro is that the actual flashcards, they're great. They have decent images on them. We'll get to that later. Just like he says in his like advertising videos, they are grouped together in a good way, and they do have links to, if you have, say, like, I don't want to show any of their stuff because I don't know about copyright and all that stuff, but if you have like 8 cards that relate together, he'll put a link at the top for Khan Academy and his own med school thing that you will get access to, Med School Insiders. Another pro, they have a Discord server. When I was in it, there wasn't that much activity. That might just be because there weren't that many people currently using this, but from what I saw, everyone's like really supportive. I will say there's one person that I thought was a student using it, but he was actually like, he's definitely paid by them, because I basically asked, do I need to use this and psychology, you know, the Khan Academy 100-page book, or do I need to buy some other product? And he was like, you don't need to buy any other product, you can just use this. And I don't think that's true from this point. I don't think that is true, but the Discord server is great. Obviously, other pre-meds are with you. Another thing is, I saw one person who said all they did was complete the flashcards and they got a 504 on their MCAT, and they posted a picture, and I thought that was really great. I mean, which leads into my second or fourth positive point, is that the product delivers on what it promises, which is that it's a flashcard set. They obviously put a lot of work into it, and the product itself is good. Is it worth it, is my thing. And honestly, the answer is no. And here's why. The main point, I just want to cut straight to the chase, it's the price. The price is insane, and the amount of time you get this product for is not worth it. Here, I'm going to put down, I'm putting down the prices of what I did right here. I think it adds up to like $229 total. And so I got a 3-month membership for $150, which I didn't think was bad considering it was 40% off. Basically, in total, I spent $229 for maybe like less than 4 months of content. And here's genuinely the problem with that, and that is that nearly 50% of students retake the MCAT. When you only have this for like 3 months or 2 months, and I'll put down their prices here. I have a screenshot of what they put for their prices. If you only have, you have to resubscribe, because you're going to be halfway through the material. Your cards, you're not going to be able to get these cards elsewhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a memorization system. It's Anki memorization. So you do like one day, okay, this is good. Now 4 days later, now 7 days later, you're never going to get that replica. So you're going to be forced to keep on buying this product until you take your MCAT. Once you invest time in it, you will have to keep using it unless you like want to restart somewhere else, which is just so sad, because if you restart somewhere else like Anki, then again, you're going to 1 day instead of maybe on this one, you're like at 20 days by now, and on this one, like for a psychology term or something. So people retake the MCAT. It's a fact. Nearly 50% of people do. And I just don't think for this price, it should be a year long. It should be. It like, if you compare it to any other MCAT resource out there, any of the major ones, they give you a lot more. They do. Con number 2, it's kind of advertised, at least this is what I thought, it's kind of like oh, if you have the money, you can spend it, and it's kind of like a shortcut because it has the best memorization tools. And that's not true. And I mean, that should be obvious, I guess. I kind of got the impression that it would be easier than using Anki. It's the same thing as using Anki. You have to if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get any type of score. And my point is, like, there were 2,000 flashcards on this one. There's also 2,000 flashcards on Miles Down Anki deck, which you can just download for free on Reddit. And I saw the different, there's like 1,200 psychology cards here, 900 psychology cards on the Miles Down one. But then I was like, okay, well, this one, they give you links, you know, to videos if you don't understand it. What I found out after using the Miles Down Anki flashcard deck, he gives you links in every single flashcard. That's actually more than giving you links for 8 flashcards in a group setting. He gives correct Khan Academy links to each one, which is just absolutely insane. That guy, freaking awesome. He's the freaking best. He like color-coded everything. It was great. So I'm not saying the product is bad. The product is just the same. And I feel so bad saying that because they were really nice over the Discord, and I love his channel. I think he's a great businessman. I think he has high acumen in business, and he's just really good. I've been a fan of their channel for years and years and years, so I feel so bad saying that. But genuinely, like, my only point here is to dissuade some people. If it would hurt their bank account or their parents' bank account, I just want to dissuade you from using this product if you have other options. Okay, con number 3. They claim it's going to be standalone. It's not. It's a memorization service that's awesome. That's all it is. They link to book type things that will never be good as like Khan Academy books. And you could get the Khan Academy books for like $200 and then Miles Down Anki deck, and that would be the same thing. And it would be cheaper. And you're guaranteed those books. That's only if you really even want the books. So, I don't know. Okay, con number 4 or 5 or whatever. This is not practice for the MCAT. This is memorization. It's content review. It's important. It is not practice, which means you have to spend money on practice. I really want to emphasize how much med school the applications actually cost, and also the MCAT in specific. It's $350 for the test. You have to take the test. You have to get the AAMC material. That's number 1 priority. You cannot do anything without them. So that's another $250. You have to get like the online bundle. And then on top of that, you're either getting books, you're getting the AAMC bundle, $270, you're getting Uworld if you want more practice, which is highly, highly, highly recommended actually, because I use the service, and I will link down their prices down below. And if you're talking about actually applying to med school, which 60% of people don't get in their first time, it's really sad. They need to open up more spots or something. But as a side note, application $170. Each school after that, $40. Your MSAR database, which shows you all of the averages for every single school, $28. Interviews, expenses for when you're studying, you're constantly eating out. I had to pay for so much parking when I was studying in my library because none of the other, well, that was COVID. None of the other libraries were open. It's so much. And so this one website said, and I will put a link down here, $2,800. Basically, that's what it is. So are you really going to spend $228 again? And what if you have the worst thing happen to you and you have to retake this MCAT, which I have to do? That's another $350. That's another $250 for this service that you're being forced to pay for again? It's like, unless your parents are rich and it doesn't hurt them financially, this isn't worth it. Okay, now I'm not going to keep on bashing them because that's not my goal. My goal is genuinely just like, I know how desperate pre-meds can be. I was desperate. I'm still desperate for a good score. But I don't want anyone making mistakes that could hurt them, because $250 is not cheap, and even if you get 20% off or whatever, it's just not worth it when you have something else that is free, which I've now been using for literally only 6 days, and I got through the entire Gen Chem section. Every single card had a video related to it. The exact same formula as Anki, so 1 day, 4 days, 7 days. His thing about grouping, that was one of the things that made me buy it. Doesn't really make sense because Anki, you have 7 different ones. And you can pick if you want to be only Gen Chem, it can be Gen Chem. I will say that the Memm thing, it's more specific. So if you want specifically oxidation or whatever, you can get that. But another big thing is that, well, first, another con, you can't make your own flashcards. It's something I told them, it's something I said that I want to do. At this point, I'm literally making my own Anki deck and I'm using Memm, which doesn't really make sense to me. They said they're going to work on making you be able to do your own flashcards. But a huge, I guess, pro of using Anki is that you'll have to use it for med school anyway. This is not something you can use for med school. You have to learn how to use it. So yes, there is a learning curve. Small learning curve. Honestly, if you don't want to do anything with the learning curve, if you don't want to learn how to make cards, you just use the cards that are already given to you. It's extremely easy to just download the app and use the cards that are already given to you. Here's another con, is that when it's Memm and it's an establishment and it's whatever business, they can't be copying pictures and graphs and all this stuff from other people. It's copyright infringement. They can't do it, which means they have to draw their own stuff or they have to use copyright-free materials. It'll never be as good as the Anki deck where they can he just got stuff from everywhere. He got stuff from online, from Khan Academy, from Uworld. He just took stuff from wherever it was good because it's his own deck. You know, he's not selling it. Thank God. But yeah, that's a huge con. So that's what I think Dr. Juval said he was going to use the money for. The initial money that he was getting in, he's going to hire people to draw. And what they did draw was good. It wasn't bad. It was clear. It just, there wasn't an image for every card, but there's an image for every single card on Miles Down so far. And I've been through like 300. So every single card, are you serious? Every single one? How does he even have time to do that? Who knows? What is this for? This is for people who are high, middle to upper class, people, of which there are many, whose parents will pay for this without any worries. That's who this is for. And there's a huge market for that. There is. I know there is. There are people who spend thousands and thousands on those programs, those Kaplan programs. What's $250 to them? You know what I mean? They want their kids to do well. They'll do the money. If you're one of those people, and you are limited on time, and you can't really learn Anki or how to use it, or you don't care to, you want something easy, because it is easy. You don't really have to be short on time either. If your parents are willing to pay for it and it doesn't make a dent in their bank account, they're fine. Then yeah, you should get this product. I don't really know if it's still super necessary because you'll have to learn Anki anyway once you get into med school, but everyone else has done that too, you know what I mean? It's not impossible to learn it once you're in med school. So if that's who you are, that's what you want, it'll be fast. They'll answer your questions. If anything is wrong, they will make sure to get back to you. One of the reasons I'll say that there's so many positive reviews is because they've done the Memm service for free for people, and they said, here you go, here's a trial version. Let us know if you would not be good without this version. I looked up a bunch of videos on everything they said, and because they did that, a ton of people rated it 5 stars and said, I can't prepare without this. But that's because you've gotten through 1,000 of the 2,000 flashcards. Of course you're not gonna want to move on after that. And number 2, it was free. If you're gonna get this for free, it's huge. It's awesome. It's literally fantastic. It's really just the price. So my thinking is honestly they need to give it for 1 year. If it's $229 for 3 months, and let's just compare it to another great product, which is Uworld, which is absolutely fantastic. If you have extra money, I would honestly highly recommend using Uworld because it's practice. Practice is so important. It's more important than content review. A lot of people spend a lot more time doing content review than practice, which is what hurts them. I've heard this from literally so many people, and I still made the same mistake. So Uworld is amazing. They have a great flashcard system. It's the same Anki formula, same thing. If you don't want to use Anki, you can just get Uworld and still have your flashcards. Another thing, there's another website called Med School Self Prep. $89, 5,000 Quizlet flashcards that they give you, which are honestly really good. I feel so bad being so negative. I just feel if it stops some people from buying this product that they don't need, this is definitely worth it. Okay, bye.